So today we're starting at 8 o'clock instead of 7 p.m. I am so sorry about that. Today is my anniversary, our 4 years anniversary. Do you want to join us?
Yeah.
Yippee, 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 yippee. So we've just been like having fun together. And as you can see, we're properly dressed, right? So we're just coming back from our date.
That's right.
Yeah. And so we said, no, we have to deliver value. We have to be here for you guys. So that's why we are here.
Yeah. And there's no date night without
Without
new dress.
You've been saying these things, right? Don't I look good? Red is the evidence of love.
As in, okay, I think it's going well. I wanted to be sure that we are seated well, so we can,
Okay.
yeah, we
All
can.
right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining in today. If you've been joining since Sunday, I really do appreciate you. And if you've been watching my videos after the live stream, we really do appreciate you. Yesterday, we talked about what did we talk about?
Yesterday we spoke about what did we talk about yesterday again? Finance. Okay,
Yeah.
finance issue in marriage. Yeah,
Yeah, and I mentioned money issues in
money issue
marriage.
in marriage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I mentioned that the three most popular causes
of
divorce,
diverse. Yeah,
the
is
three major factors that affect leads to divorce is money, which is finance,
yeah,
talked about sex, and then extended family.
family. Yeah,
So today we'll be talking about sexual compatibility in marriage. Is it real? Does sexual compatibility exist? Is it a mirage? You know, it's a hot topic, but quite controversial as well.
yeah,
So we're providing our perspective, having been married for
yeah. 4 years.
four
So
years, four
do you
years.
have a compatible prayer partner? Do you have a compatible fellowship partner? That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah, he brings another perspective,
No,
the
sexual
biblical
compatibility.
biblical perspective. But I'm gonna call it as it is,
Don't worry.
Yeah, the sexual compatibility exists. People say you have to marry someone that you're sexually compatible to.
Yeah,
How do you even know that you're sexually compatible with someone?
yeah,
I remember that the Bible says we have to like lay the foundation here. The
yeah,
Bible says that marriage is honorable
yeah.
and the
The
bed
bed undefiled.
undefiled.
Yeah,
And the Bible says
from
flee from every
appearance of evil.
evil and flee from sexual
Morality.
immorality.
Yeah,
So it means that if you're not married, you're
yeah.
not allowed to have sex.
Sex. If you're not married.
Yeah,
Yeah,
irrespective of what the word is saying, irrespective of how everything is going on now.
yeah.
If you want to look at the Christian perspective, God's original plan is that you get married
Married. Yeah, and
and then
enjoy all the
and
sex.
enjoy.
Yeah,
But then how do you know? Because sex is such a big issue in marriages, it causes issue
issues.
from the
Yeah.
men's side, from the women's side, it really causes issues.
Let's
So,
just keep the phone here so we can track what is happening.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it
better.
causes issue. And so you want to be sure that your partner is sexually
Compatible.
compatible.
Yeah.
So what is sexual compatibility? Does it even exist? I'm going to give some background story. Is that
All right.
okay?
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a friend. The reason sorry. So the reason why people are very, very careful about sexual compatibility is because they don't want to get married to the wrong person and
Yeah.
realize that they did not get what they want, what they ordered and what they got like is they're two separate things. So they want to be
Yeah.
sure that they are getting married to the right person, right? And I had a friend who almost got married to someone
Is it gay? Yeah, I think
who they
it's
did not have like the same sexual orientation.
yeah.
And so you know that maybe and many people hide under the cover of different things this day. You want to
Yeah.
get married to somebody and you're not heterosexual and you
Yeah.
put that person under torture, right? So that's why people say, okay, let us even try this thing. If it works out the first time, then it
Fine.
means that this person is good enough for us to get married to.
Yeah.
But if you try that with somebody you're not married to and it doesn't work out, how many more people
Yeah.
do you want to try
And
that with?
the devil is so smart that it will make you try 10 people that you're not compatible. And it becomes a problem because compatibility is always based on comparison. So it's not good as compared to there must be a standard for you to know if something is good. There should be a standard. You cannot just say this thing is not good. That means if this thing is not good, that means there's a good one. And that good one you will be known by you. That means you're comparing that person to something, to someone. Or so That's why when you try the first person and you say no, we are not compatible, you now try the second person, we are not compatible. It's either you have something in your head that you thinking that this is how we should be, and you've not even seen it, or you may not even know what you want the thing to be like, but you just feel this is not it. So you
Yeah,
keep trying, like you've tried four, five, six, seven, and it becomes a problem because you are now having so many comparison. So you're like, okay,
yeah.
number three was better than number four. I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then the movies have sold us lies, like
Hmm.
what you see in the movies, and you think, oh, it
Yeah.
has to be like that. You have to be on the ceiling, or your
Yeah.
leg has to be, you know, in the what's it called now?
I
In
don't
the
know. Like you don't have to do it.
your leg has to be like in the uh like like in the pool,
Oh,
kind of
oh,
pool
okay,
setting.
yeah,
One
okay.
leg is in the pool, the other leg is somewhere
Gang,
else.
gang.
So the movies have sold us lies, and so people have like some unrealistic expectations.
Expectations, yeah,
That is what is driving them to say, "Oh no, I want to marry. I want to see that this person is okay." But how many more people do you want to try? Like you said,
yeah,
what body counts do you want to have? By the time you have over 100, you've tried over 100 persons. I'm sure you'll not be able to find
yeah,
people that are suitable for you. So that is why we say that maybe sexual compatibility does not exist.
yeah.
And that's why the Bible even says that you should flee from sexual immorality, because it
Immorality,
knows that
yeah,
the more you keep trying, the more you keep wanting for
yeah,
something
yeah,
that you will never get.
yeah, exactly. So I think it's just have to first understand in what point you're coming from, understand who you are as a Christian first. I think we should come from that perspective,
Hmm.
understand who you are as a Christian. But even when you're not a Christian, I think morally, right? Like, I mean, morally, do you want to try? As in, you should have respect to yourself. You should respect your you should like dignity. You should be able to know, okay, as a lady or as a guy, I don't just want to get anybody any and just say I want to try. I mean, this should be special to me. This should be like something I would,
Sacred.
it's like sacred to me, something I don't want to just trade for anything. I feel we should. So whether you're a Christian or not, I mean, it should just be a personal value that you want to not
Uphold.
uphold, not something you just give to anybody, give or do with anybody.
Yeah, I mean that even, although we're not talking about that, but we can
Yeah,
even touch about,
yeah,
should you even have sex at all also,
exactly.
because
Yeah,
people, of course, that desire was put in there by God in your
yeah.
God put that desire
As a
in
human,
you
yeah,
because He knows that there's a like a platform where you can explore that desire, right?
yeah,
But God does not want you to abuse it at the same time. He
mhm,
wants you to use it in the right scenario, in the right platform, in the right
yeah.
given the right circumstances so that you can enjoy the benefits. But I mean, if you want to keep trying different people, I'm sure that you would never find
You're
somebody
not
that would.
fine. Yeah.
So what happens when you get married now?
Mm.
So how do you like spice up your sex life? Does sexual compatibility really exist? Let's say you've been celibate, you decided, okay, I'm going to live by the rules. I'm going to obey Jesus. I'm going to like honor God with my body.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to serve God faithfully,
Mm.
and then you get married and then you realize that sex is not what it is. It's
Mm.
not as glamorous as you expected. What can you do to make sure that your spouse is you are sexually compatible with your spouse?
Okay. What do you mean by glamorous? Like it's not what you expected. Like your partner is not up to what you had in mind. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, like, people will say, "Oh, sex is sweet, sex is awesome, sex is this." By the time you watch the movies, oh my God, everybody's
Yeah.
they're like filled with emotions. They're happy,
Yeah.
they're what's it called now? When they see something on the sky, like
Okay.
they're on cloud
Oh, cloud
nine,
nine. Yeah.
like
Okay.
that kind of feeling. So you're already coming into marriage with this expectation. Let me just assume that you've kept yourself right,
Yeah.
and then you get married, and then the first night everything was just like messed up.
Yeah.
And like maybe married the wrong person. That
Yeah.
might be the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
Maybe this is not for me. Maybe I'm making a mistake. Maybe I should go back to my ex. Like those kind of thoughts, usually comes up. So
Yeah.
how does sexual compatibility now exist now that you're married? Can you build sexual
Yeah.
compatibility?
I would always say it this way: sexual compatibility exists here. I mean, people can be incompatible. It could be many things, inexperience, um, maybe health issue, maybe lack of knowledge. Some people may not even know. They are not
Yeah.
aware that they are not compatible. So, I mean, you can do something and you feel you've done so well, but not knowing that you did not meet expectation
Yeah.
because the other person had a very high expectation.
Yeah.
So yeah, sexual compatibility exists in marriage. I mean, in marriage, yes, but it has to be discussed. It has to be talked about. That's why openness comes in. So when you maybe after your maybe your first night, or you begin to like just like in your workplace, you ask for feedback, right? You can also have a conversation with your partner the same way you have a conversation with your colleagues, your bosses. Okay, how was it? What do you think? Wait, did I meet your expectation? I mean, just find a way to have a conversation, because even after every fellowship, you always ask your partner, um, maybe like talk about it. You don't just sleep off, right? So you have a more like a discussion. So you can always tell you, he or she may say, okay, this was what I expected, or this one may say, okay, I don't
Why
think.
are you calling it fellowship?
No,
Excuse me,
I
sir.
use that word after every fellowship.
Please, can we call it what it is?
It is what it is now. It's still fellowship.
It's not
It's fellowship.
fellowship.
What's fellowship? Fellowship. I'm correct. After knowing someone is fellowship, sexual intercourse is fellowship. I'm serious.
So are you don't want to use like the word as it is? Or you think that
No, I'm not being.
YouTube is going to ban
I'm
this
not. No, I'm
video?
not
Or
being. I'm not being. I'm not being. I'm calling the right word. Actually, fellowship. It's like communion. It's serious. I'm serious.
okay,
Yeah, it's
but
an
you know
intimate
there
time.
may be non-Christians here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, if you use the word fellowship, that looks more like a more
Okay. So after every
intimacy. Just use the word intimacy.
intercourse, there should be a.
That because it's more like
I'm correct. No, why? You're even the one that is even shy. You see this one?
no, I'm not shy. Like you guys know, I'm not shy,
Exactly.
right?
So I'm not sure. I'm talking about it. Like I was
Okay,
actually being, yeah.
okay. So
Okay.
call it
So
whatever you
so
like.
whatever I call it, just know what I'm saying. By the way, but after every intercourse, at least or every moment, there should be a time like maybe just have a discussion, especially at your early stage, where you guys are still trying to understand each other in preference, understand each other in what the other person wants and what the other person does not like. So that's where you have a conversation, because sometimes a guy may have a very high expectation and the lady did not meet that expectation. The lady is not even aware, or the other way around, the lady may have very high expectation and the guy did not meet the expectation. And in most cases, it's always who is more experienced that always have that very high expectation, because the other person have had like maybe 10, 20 body count, the other person have not had anyone, and all of a sudden you're meeting a virgin, or the guy one of them is just having for the first time. You realize that it's not as Nkiru was, or as Nkozi was, or as this person was.
As
I mean,
precious.
as like and this person was, and you begin to say those things, and before you know it, like, oh no, this is not the right person. This is not, or you begin to have like doubt. I'm not compatible with the person. So it's
Yeah.
always better that you have your conversation with communicate with
Communicate
the
your
person.
needs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's a very strong point. I agree with you.
yeah,
Communication is very important. If you observe our video, most of the time we always mention communication because that's the
yeah,
bedrock of a good marriage. If you do not openly communicate your needs, so if you are feeling like, oh, I've married the wrong person, or maybe I made a mistake, the
yeah,
first point before you start calling your friends or calling someone, or explaining how
yeah,
you're feeling, call the person that is involved, call your partner, say,
mm,
communicate your needs, say, I feel like maybe this is not what I'm expecting.
yeah,
I feel like this is not what I want. I feel that maybe this is not going the way I want, and all of
yeah,
that. So communicate your needs and your expectation. Okay, I like it this way.
yeah,
I would appreciate if you can do like this. I can do like this. Like just like I said, communicate and ask for feedback. For every time
yeah,
you guys have intimacy, talk about what went well, what did not go well. And
mm,
women, if you're shy, you don't have to be shy, because I know most times it's almost like maybe it's about the meeting the expectation of the
expectation of
man,
the man,
but
or
also women also have
yeah,
expectations, right? So don't be shy to tell him what you
yeah,
want. Don't be shy to tell him how you
you
want it
want
to be,
it,
because
yeah,
that is how you guys will build compatibility. Sex is an art. It's not something that you become good at from day one.
yeah,
So that's why that comes to the point where you're talking about experiencing experience.
yeah,
Most likely the experienced person is feeling like, oh no, you're not doing well,
yeah.
because you've had enough time to
But
practice.
that person was also once like you.
Yeah, so that's why God does not even want you to have sex before
Exactly
marriage, so
what I
that
wanted
both
to
of you
say.
can now learn together.
Together, yeah,
You can now build your sexual intimacy together. So now, if you are inexperienced, whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, communicate your expect to tell your partner what you want, and that is
Yeah.
how you will build compatibility. Also, be patient.
Mhm.
Be patient. Like if
Yeah.
your partner is not getting it right, if they're not
Yeah.
doing the right thing,
Take
and
time to
you feel like,
talk to the person, train,
yeah,
teach the person. I mean, show the
yeah,
person
go
what
ahead,
do
go
you
ahead.
expect,
Mhm.
and what is saying, go
As if
ahead,
you
like.
you understand it better now. Go ahead, talk about it.
Yeah. So just try and tell the person. That's why, sincerely sick, I will say it this way: if you're not yet married, yeah, and you've not tried it before, you are doing the right thing, because it make it easy for the other person. Let's
Yeah,
assume you marry both two people that and have not tried it before get married. It's so easy for both of you because you don't have any comparison. You're not comparing to anybody. So your standard, you guys set the standard.
yeah,
So nobody is not going to be as compared to it did not do well or she did not do well as compared to whoever, because you guys already set standard for each other. So that is your standard. You're the one setting the standard. Nobody, you're not comparing to someone that he is not even aware of, and you're not comparing her to someone that she's not even aware of. How will she know
yeah.
how the person does it? Because she does not watch you guys do it. I mean, so yeah, so it helps in that case. But if it has already happened, there's nothing you cannot do any other
You
thing. All
can't
you can
change your
just need to do is
past.
that you have to learn how to grow together. You
Yeah.
have to learn how to grow together and reduce your body count.
So I think
Yeah,
yeah, thank you for that. But I think that the experienced person should be more patient.
yeah,
And see, if you marry at say 25, let me
mm,
use the word 25. God help you guys. You guys are gonna live long up to, let's say, 80 years. That is how many years? That is 65 years of, is it 65? Okay,
about
55.
55. Yeah,
55 years of sexual activity.
mm,
You have 365 days in a year.
yeah,
And the woman might be in a period, let's say 4 to 7 days in a month.
yeah,
So let's just say roughly 20 days in a month. That
yeah.
is that is a
20 months,
long
20 days in a month.
20 days in a month for you to
Oh,
that's
okay,
it.
okay,
Of course,
sorry,
it might
yeah,
not happen
okay,
every day,
yeah.
but that
No,
is
I thought you
such,
meant the period. Yeah.
no, like she would say between four and
Okay,
seven
okay, to
days.
have sex. Yeah,
So
that's
you
fine.
have
Yeah,
like roughly 20 days.
yeah.
So that is such a long time.
Mm.
So why are you rushing? Why are
Exactly.
you
Yeah,
saying, "Oh, she's not doing it. Let me go and meet my ex who knows how to,
yeah.
do me the way I want to be done." If there's such English like that, why are you rushing? Calm down. 55 years old, God keeping you. Like
Yeah,
that is such a long time. In fact, if you ask the older couples,
yeah. They don't even think of it.
they don't
Like, I
have
mean,
time.
yeah, like
They don't
it's
have,
the same thing that you're killing yourself for every
yeah,
time. You don't
yeah,
even have time
yeah.
for it. Yeah,
So don't before you start saying, "Oh, I'm not compatible. She's not trying, or he's not trying. My ex was better."
yeah,
Please be patient. The
mm,
experienced person, most especially, be patient. And also, I hope that you marry a teachable partner,
yeah,
because as you're patient, as you're communicating your needs, if the person is not teachable, is not willing to learn,
yeah,
that could be an issue when
yeah.
it comes to sexual compatibility,
Yeah.
because some people believe in one style, right? It has to be this way or no
Or
way.
no way. Yeah,
Yeah. So if you are
they are preachers, they are missionaries. They are missionaries. They have to go to mission field every time.
so if you marry somebody who is like
Who is a
like
missionary?
who is a missionary, like only has one way, and you like variety, that could be
and,
like a that could be
and you are not a missionary. You are a preacher of love.
yeah. Please, I'm laughing too much. So that could be like a stumbling block to you guys, being sexually compatible. So you want to be teachable, but if you know you're not experienced, even if you're
Yeah,
experienced, what you know might not be what your partner
but no,
know,
no,
right? Or
yeah,
might not be what your partner wants.
yeah,
So you have to be teachable. You have to listen to them. What do
yeah.
they want?
I think, in fact, I think God is so wise that sometimes He always He always give the experiment to the experiment. You guys should just go and go and kill yourself.
No,
I'm just saying, I'm using
I
the
think
right
it's
word.
even more one experience, one naive that
Really,
comes together.
I'm actually, oh, really, I'm actually
Most
thinking it's the
times,
other way around.
no, most times it's usually one experience, one naive. That's why we always have this issue of sexual compatibility. One
Yeah.
experience, one naive. So the naive when they say, I remember
The experienced one,
Kunle was the
that
best.
the experienced person.
Yeah, can I go back to Kunle? Like things like that. And that's why
Yeah,
that still brings back us back to when God was saying flee from sexual immorality. He knew
Immorality.
what he was saying.
Yeah.
He knew what he was saying. The way your body is doing, let
Yeah.
me have the sex now. You don't know you are hurting yourself, you are harming yourself.
Yeah.
Apart from sexually transmitted demons and sexually
Mm.
transmitted infections and the
Yeah.
rest of them that you are exposing yourself to,
Yeah.
you're also exposing yourself to issues in marriage, issues
Yes.
like this. Because if you have kept yourself,
Yeah.
you would not face this kind of issue. But
No.
if you have already, like, been sexually active, we are not here to judge you.
Mm.
We're not here to, tell you how bad you are. No, that is not it. You've made a
Yeah.
mistake. Today, especially if you're single, you can decide to be celibate.
Yeah.
You can decide to keep yourself till you get
You get
married,
married.
because
Yeah.
you would really enjoy it better when
Yeah.
you are married. And if you're already in marriage, you're not enjoying it, you want to spice up your sex life and all of that. These are some of the steps we are giving to you, would be very useful to you. Communicate your needs with your
Yeah.
partner. Open your mouth and talk.
Talk. Yeah.
He would not know how you feel if you don't
Excuse me.
say it.
Yeah.
Even the man, open your mouth and talk. Men, I know men are very egocentric, like
Yeah.
feeling like superstar, finished work this night. Like,
Yeah.
she was screaming. The
Yeah.
fact that was screaming does not mean that she was feeling you.
Doesn't mean
Something.
she was faking it or what?
Yeah, women can fake it. You don't know
No, I'm not. I'm just
that.
trying to know. I think
Yes.
that's big. That I think that's actually not ideal to
Should I do
like
it? Listen, we
totally,
don't judge.
totally to be faking it like that.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
just, like, right now. I don't want anybody to stress my life.
Yeah.
Just
Are you trying to talk? Are you talking about yourself?
we can fake
No, we
it.
listen. We don't judge.
Listen, we
Okay.
don't judge.
Okay. I see.
Like, what I'm saying is that the man will be thinking like he's a sexual, like he has sexual
Yeah.
prowess, like he knows what he's doing, but
Yeah.
he has never sought feedback. He has never asked, like,
Hmm.
did I do well today?
Okay.
I know that looks like a very sensitive question to ask your
Yeah.
spouse. Like, how can I be asking her?
Hmm.
I am the yoga pata pata, I know what I'm doing. No, but maybe you're not, maybe she's not happy, maybe she's not sexually satisfied.
Yeah.
Because most people don't focus on the woman's
Hmm.
sexual satisfaction. We
So,
focus on
yeah.
the man. Like, once he has, getting in there and he has released everything he wants to release, it's
Yeah.
fine and all of that.
And the spirit of the Lord has come.
Yeah,
Then.
but what if the woman is not happy? Maybe
Hmm.
what if she's not, like, fulfilled?
Yeah.
So it's important that you ask her, like,
Yeah. Ask her
what.
if she's actually received Christ. Ask her if at that point when you ministered Christ to her, did you receive Christ? Did it enter into your bone and marrow? And if she said no, you have to administer Christ again.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
understand?
he has his own line of thought. I'm going to say that it is. So you ask her, is she fulfilled?
Is she
Did she
fulfilled?
enjoy
Yeah.
everything that you did? Did she feel like you were too early, that you didn't even last up to like 2 seconds or 3 seconds?
Two
Does
seconds
she want you
everywhere.
to stay longer? And what can you do? Because
Yeah.
sometimes maybe there are some things you can do to stay longer. The
Yeah.
kind of food that you eat,
Yes.
the kind of
Stress,
stress can
exercise,
affect
yeah.
you, like,
Water, you need water,
water,
yeah.
so maybe you need, if maybe by just telling her, by just asking her if she feels okay, and
Yeah.
hearing her own feedback can also help you take that feedback and work
Yeah.
on it and improve your sexual life. So it
Yeah.
is important that you communicate your
Yeah.
expectation, acts of feedback, be teachable to receive that feedback and work
And
on the
yeah.
feedback.
And the thing is, the more you have a moment with your wife, the more you have sex with your partner, over time you begin to know what works for you better. You begin to know even timing works. Like, I mean, timing work. It could be like after you've slept, that's the best time for you. It could be after you. It could be before you sleep. I mean, these things are things that you may not. It does not really work for everyone. You will
Yeah.
know what works for you over time. It's not something you just know day one. You will know even positioning may not be the best one for you. I mean, there are so many things that nobody will teach you those things. You learn by yourself.
We're teaching you.
Well, I'm just teaching
That's
you
how we're
that. I'm
teaching you.
teaching you that it will, you figure out what works for you. But in terms
Yeah.
of saying, I want to know who I'm compatible with, I want to know if Andrew is compatible with me, I want to know if Adam is compatible. You would test all the person and you will not even know who you're compatible with. And the problem is that you'll not be bringing so many, you'll be passing whatever you're going to be passing around to everybody, thinking that you are looking for
A
who you're
part of your
compat.
spirit.
It's part of your spirit looking for
And
who to be compatible.
you're
Yeah,
collecting their problem, you're
yeah,
collecting their
yeah.
demons.
You
Like,
collect, you're collecting so many things. You collect. I
yeah.
know you trying to learn. You would fun enough. You will learn. You have so many options. In fact, the more you add to your body count, the more options you have to compare. The more options you begin to have, okay, so when the man or the woman
That
finally
even
get
makes
married,
it very
yeah, when the
difficult.
woman finally now get married to you, and you're like, okay, I now have like 10 options. Who was the best standard that I had? Who do I want my husband to more like how do I want my what standard do I want my husband to measure up to, level up
Yeah.
to? I mean, it becomes difficult. It's like going to a shop and they give you two options. It's easy to know what to buy. But when they give you 10 options, you're like, okay, which one do I go for?
Yeah, that even takes me to that husband's story
Yeah,
I gave you that
exactly. Yeah,
time, where women were looking for their expectations were not being met because they were expecting too many things.
yeah,
So I think the back to your point, avoid comparison. If
yeah,
possible, just erase your past memory.
yeah,
If you're married, you've already had like sexual activities in time past,
yeah.
then you need to erase that memory. Just
Mm.
understand that your partner is a different person, is a
Person, yeah.
distinct, is a unique person. She cannot be like
Mm.
Rita. She cannot be like, I don't want to even start calling names right
Yeah.
now. She
Don't
cannot be
go
like any other
don't go and
woman you have
suffer
been with.
that man. Don't suffer that girl.
Yeah, she cannot be like any woman you've been with in your
Yeah,
entire life. Tell her what you want and
yeah,
let her try be patient with her to learn and do whatever you want. Okay.
yeah.
And also the other way around as well for the woman, in case you've like explored different men, you've seen different sizes, different,
Mm.
dimensions, and now you're married, you're feeling like, okay, maybe you were shortchanged,
Yeah.
maybe this dimension is too small for you, or too large for you, or too wide for you. You have made that choice. You have decided to marry. Honor your marriage vows.
Mm.
Marriage, what's that word? For better, for worse, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to make do what you want then. Teach your partner how he can satisfy you the way you
Yeah.
want to be satisfied. Don't say you're not sexually compatible. Sex is an art.
Yeah.
It is an art. Over time, you just realize that your partner is the best for you. If you
Yeah.
if you erase your mind and you realize that, oh, I cannot be with any of those men that I've been with before.
Yeah.
This is the man I want to be with.
Just forget all the big fat and ugly you've seen before. Just focus on the one God has given you.
Yeah, focus on the one and accept it,
Yeah.
love it, like nurture it,
Yeah.
pamper it, and you would see that you'll begin to enjoy what you
Yeah.
already have.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. So let's move on. What else do we need to talk?
Yeah, I
What
think
what
let me
point
just
again?
get the last point.
Yeah.
1 second, please.
I think we listed at some point, right?
Yeah, I think we've touched almost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so another
Oh
point would be
yeah.
to connect in every area.
Yeah. Connect in every
Connecting
area.
every area. So especially for the man, I think men are guilty of this. Sorry that I have
Okay.
to say it.
In terms of
Men, most men, especially the traditional men, you just come after a long day at work, you just go to
oh I
meet your
see,
wife
yeah.
and you expect her to be happy and be in the mood and give you everything that you want. No, you have to build her up to that point. Like
Yeah.
women love to be loved at all times.
Yeah.
So if you mean sending her a not nasty, a very, what's the word now?
Sexy
romantic
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 message.
message while
Yeah.
you're at work, while you're coming home, while she's cooking dinner, just like
Or you can just can just
not
smash
not
her
not every woman likes to be spanked.
like you.
I don't like it.
But I will do it.
I don't like it, but you keep doing it.
well,
And almost every man does it. I don't
well,
understand. What is it with
hi
spanking a
guys.
woman?
Thank you. I'm representing the brotherhood very well.
but we women are saying we don't want it.
Okay, so I mean, but
It's not our love language.
well, we initiate that. Is it brotherhood code?
Whatever.
All right, yeah.
So women, please, I mean men rather, please connect with your wife. If she's cooking in the kitchen, she's tired or she's busy. If you support her, see if you help her in that kitchen,
Mm,
you don't need to tell her anything. Once she's done cook, she go and take a bath, ready for
mm,
you.
mm.
So if you guys can connect in
If
different areas.
that may not actually work for everyone, if that is not like maybe if your love language is not
Acts of service.
acts of
I
service,
think
that
I
may
think
not work.
no, I think almost every woman would. Okay, of course you have a point, but
Yeah,
almost no woman would want to be stressed, overstressed,
yeah,
and
and
still
still be
want to.
okay with
Yeah,
sex. Yeah, I
yeah.
know.
So if you help meet her other needs, that work, and also gift money. So that one, I don't think there's any woman that does not like gifts or money.
Yeah,
So if there's a woman whose major love language is gifts and money. So if
yeah,
you send her flowers, buy her romantic gifts. Before she has come, you have decorated the bed with roses and petals.
But you can't do that always.
Yeah, you can't. I'm just saying that these are things to spice up. Maybe you're not
Yeah,
getting what you want. Spice things up. Like go to a hotel or
yeah,
something. Do something. Majorly is to connect in other areas. Don't wait
yeah.
until that moment
Okay,
for
yeah.
her to give you all the pleasure that you desire.
Play
Make sure that
games, laugh together, chat
yeah,
together, watch
yeah,
movies together. Yeah,
run together. Do favorite activities
yeah.
together. If you're able to connect in other areas, then
Mm,
that would really go
mm.
a long way in helping you like satisfy each other. So
Yeah,
which is
that's
which is the
nice.
sexual
Yeah,
compatibility we're talking
yeah.
about.
I
Yeah.
think also we need to when we you should not just be one person that's initiating the sex and every time, because
Yeah.
sometimes we realize that one person is the one initiating the sex, and I mean it's not ideal for that to happen because now become one-sided, because it should always like be two-sided. Anyone can initiate the sex, everyone can always, and it should not always be when you're sleeping. It should be spontaneous. Like sometimes, I don't know. I like
With
just
children coming in,
yeah. Well,
honeymoon
it
is
of course,
spontaneous.
it would not always be that way, especially when you have children immediately when you get married. But you may not really experience more like that spontaneous sex or spontaneous, yeah, moments with your partner. But I mean, if you can, that's why, like she said, if you can, maybe just take, if you are not like, take the child, maybe go and give a grandma one sometimes, and just go out on a date night, go out on a maybe hotel with just both of you. I mean, if you can, something that you can spice it up, or just like she said, send a message, romantic something, but it should not just be one person that should initiate it. Let it be that, because she was talking about the guys mainly, but I mean it should not just be one person that initiated in terms of,
What are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to
To
even defend
say
anything. Like
that
I'm
it
just
is women do not initiate sex? Is that
no
what you're
no no
trying
no
to
no no
say?
no. I'm just saying that
So
sex
why
should
why
be
did you introduce that back? Right.
I'm just balancing what you said, just to be on
Okay.
a balance. I'm serious. I'm not actually trying to be. I'm not trying to be
Because
defensive
I
from
feel
any
like
side.
somebody
Yeah.
is trying to shade women.
No. I'm not shading women. I'm not at all. Yeah, I'm not shading. I'm just saying that. I mean, anyone can initiate sex in marriage. It should not just be one sided, especially those sisters that kalabakatokaba, you understand, and they forget that in the house also they should be atmosphere that encourage the man to want to be with them, not just every moment you're covered from morning to night. You're covered from your head to toe. You're not showing anything. Men would be moved by what they see in the house.
Tell them, tell
Yeah.
them,
So
tell
try as much as
them.
possible to have clothes that you wear in the house, clothes that you like be
Close like what?
people should want to, like your husband should want to buy you. I'm using the word like buy you, like see you and
Desire you.
admire you, desire you, love you, want to finish everything in you, like
Just like the way I look now.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And we know what's gonna happen. So what I was saying
What's
is the Lord is gonna
gonna
the
happen?
coming of the Lord.
Okay.
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 Okay, but I think you really, we cannot overemphasize being compatible, but compatibility can only be created by both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not someone else that will, it's not that something is missed. So it's not that there's
They are not
someone
okay.
not okay. It's just that you've not discussed to figure out what works for you.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it could also be that you're having so much high expectation. Calm down and build together.
Yeah, so whoever has like because there's something called libido, right?
Yeah.
Somebody has high libido, the other one
Mm.
has low libido,
Yeah.
and then I get married. I think that's also the genesis of the word sexual compatibility.
Stability.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have high libido, I need to get married to somebody who has high libido because I want sex to be every day, and then you're
Mm.
married someone that has low
You
libido,
do. Yeah.
who thinks sex should be once in a week or once in a month. But yeah,
Yeah, I
it
know. I know. Of
happens.
course,
Like the
we've
woman
seen
is
them.
back
Yeah.
home and she's like, she's tired, I don't really
Yeah.
want that and all of that. But you
Yeah.
guys have to reach like a compromise. Like that is
Yeah.
what marriage is about. It's not about you saying this is how I am. You cannot change me. You
Yeah.
cannot do that. That is the root cause of marriage.
Especially for those that have calendar, sexual calendar. I don't know how you guys do it, but I
If
mean,
it works for them, you can
it's
schedule your
as I
sex
say,
if it
if
works
it
for
works
them,
fine. I
right?
mean,
Yeah.
they say every
But
Saturday.
ye-
I'm like, how do you guys do it? I mean, but I
yeah,
mean, if it works for you, that's
yeah.
totally
If
fine.
they
Yeah.
have busy lives, they should
Yeah.
have that, right?
Yeah.
So if you know you have high libido, you want it every day of every morning after night, and you marry someone that has load the video. She wants it
Mhm.
once a week or once a month. You
Yeah.
guys, she should come up to maybe 2 or 3 times a week,
Yeah.
and you two should come down. You will not die if you don't have that sex.
Yeah.
You will not die. So calm down. You don't need to go outside.
Mm.
Whether it's a man or the woman, you will not die. Please respect your spouse. And you guys should talk. So
Yeah.
you guys should reach a common ground. Okay, let's do
Yeah.
it 3 times a week, and then you work towards it. And then before you know it, you see that it's working for you,
Yeah.
and then you guys are sexually compatible. So
Yeah.
you build your own sexual compatibility.
Compatibility.
Don't say,
Yeah.
"Oh no, they're not meeting my expectations. We are not compatible. I need to leave this relationship. I need to leave this marriage." No,
No, it doesn't work that way.
you'd have to put in the work. Marriage is hard work. You
Sincerely,
have to
yeah.
you have to put in the work. I remember when we just came into the UK. I know we've been giving a lot of jargons. We have not given you our personal
Yeah.
experience. Remember when we came into the UK, the weather was
Oh,
a
so cold.
challenge
Yeah.
for me. Like I couldn't get
Hmm.
myself to be available. Like I was always
Yeah.
like
She
kitted up.
was wearing winter jacket in the house. Yes.
Are you good?
No, no. You
Like
were wearing winter.
I was really cold. I would like kit up, I would wear jeans and then everything. And there's some women that do that, right? So I know I was guilty, right? I was not like available. But it was a change of environment, the change of
Yeah.
circumstances that was affecting our sexual life and my own availabilities,
Yeah.
to perform my marital duties. But I don't know, did you talk about it or
We
I
spoke
pray to
about it.
God?
Yeah. We spoke
Yeah.
about it.
Was it during our review
I think
session
one
and
of
all
them we
that?
spoke about it.
Because
Yeah.
we usually have like quarterly reviews and all of
Yeah.
that, like where we talk about what went well, what did not go well, what we expect to see more, what we
Yeah.
can improve. I think we talked about it, and I had to come up with my like no vex. So in case I've been like even in case I've not been performing, please, the weather is just affecting me, and it took a while for me to adjust up to the then. Maybe I think after a year, I was already kind of like
Yeah.
acclimatized with the weather,
But
so I don't have to like dress up so
yeah.
covered like in the house,
Yeah.
just like you were talking about, the way we enjoy it and all of that. But I mean, and then things start to like get better. So
Yeah.
it is when you communicate like this that you be able
You
to
need
like
to know what works
yeah.
and
And if you're a woman, if you're a man rather,
yeah.
you don't like your woman tying wrapper,
Yeah.
don't keep quiet about it.
Like when we married, the first thing I told you was not to use rapper in the house.
Yeah, did you say
I
that?
said it. I said it when we are in Lagos. I told you, no one paparazzi
But
rapper
I
in
don't.
this
I
house.
didn't even
You
have
don't have.
wrapper.
I did
I
not even
didn't.
carry it. Even some
Yeah,
of your clothes. Remember that we had to choose some of your clothes. You were bringing it back home.
yeah,
Like when we
yeah.
got married, I have to go to the house and select clothes that she's coming back to the house with.
Yeah, so I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't have rapper. So man, tell your woman what you want. Don't go
Yeah.
outside and be admiring someone that wore bomb shirts because you like bomb
Yeah.
shirts.
Buy it for your wife.
Yeah, buy it for her.
Remember, I
Buy
bought
those.
a couple of bomb shots for you. Did you?
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah. I
saying
used to wear them in Nigeria, but here it's cold now. I can't wear. I can't wear them. I used to wear them in Nigeria.
yeah.
Really. Remember one time that's when I just like had Zayn,
Eh.
and my mommy came and
Yeah.
like. My, my
Grandma.
mom was like, "You're looking really nice. You two
Eh. I
admiring me
was
that
like,
day, but
eh.
I see my wife and things like that."
Yeah. So
So
yeah.
dress up in a very nice and attractive manner as a woman, and men
Yeah.
also clean up yourself, clean up your boxers. Don't
Yeah.
like wear the
Change
same
your boxers.
boxers.
Yeah.
Like that smell could be really like irritating to women. Don't say
yeah.
"Hey, she doesn't have a voice."
Yeah.
Women have voice. We have preference too.
Look neat.
We have what we want. So please
Yeah.
also shave if you have like plenty.
Yeah.
What do we call it now? Burning bush. I mean,
But
if you
okay.
have plenty
The
burning
armpit. Yeah.
bush, please
Shave it up. Yeah.
shave it up. Whether you're a woman or a man, shave it up. Make sure
Yeah.
that you're clean so that you are desirable to your partner.
Yeah.
And you can,
And also try different patterns. Don't be stereotyped. Yeah,
flexible.
flexible, be flexible. Yeah, learn everything you can. I mean, as possible. I think that you guys, you should be open to each other. I mean, you can try several things if you want to. I mean, that's totally up to you. I mean, whatever you want to do, let's say whatever works for you in your sex, whatever thing you want to do in your sex, there's nothing wrong with it. As long as it's you and your wife,
Yeah,
you
as
and
long
your
as you guys
partner.
have
Yeah,
agreed,
yeah,
it's
agree
not a
together.
sin.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever you like, if the
yeah,
man likes it and you like it and you
yeah,
do not say anything, please do it.
yeah.
You know what comes to my mind? Okay, do you want to say something?
No,
Okay.
I think we also need to realize that sometimes it may not really be what you like. It could just be what the other person like, but you just have to be able to know, like, balance it. Because you may like this, people may not like this. So know at what point you should know if you're depriving this person or this person is depriving you. So there should be a moment that you just have to go all out for
Yeah,
this. So
yeah,
just balance it as well. I mean,
yeah.
you guys may not like everything, communication is very key in
Yes.
every aspect of marriage, even including sex, not just sex, like in every aspect of marriage, communicating in doing this is what I like. Okay, I like my food salt, I like my food less pepper. It's like so many things. You'll be shocked at what each person like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why you have to always communicate. Okay, this is what I like. I didn't like this. Can we try this next time? I mean, you'll be shocked at what you thought that this was best, but the other person did not like it. And like I always tell my wife, sex is two. It takes two people to have sex. It's not one sided. So if this person is not ready, find out. Okay, maybe it could be tired, it could be stressed, it could be everything, it could be sick. Like you said, I don't know if okay, you're not away. One of the a friend of mine, I don't want to mention the name here, was telling me about um she did not know that the wife was having.
Is it she? Okay.
I mean, like he did not know that the wife was having rather issue and she was sick. But every time we kept telling maybe asked her try this one, she would say no. Apparently, she actually had issue with her legs, so they could not
Oh,
lift the legs. So anytime they want to try that,
oh.
but she did not say it as well.
Why didn't she
Exactly,
say it?
exactly. So you see, until when she now had to see, I actually had issue in my legs. I'm feeling pains on my leg. So that's why
Oh,
communication is good. So the guy is trying to whatever pattern you need to lift the leg or whatever, and now a guy
lift
is
your leg
like
up to the
a
sky.
guy was trying something else, and the guy is like, "Why you?" For until when she now said it, of course, it's in their first period of marriage, though. But I mean, certain things need to be talked about. You may not know until you tell the person how you feel, or the person tell you how they feel.
Yeah. I mean, I thank you very much for that open communication. I think
Yeah.
there's one thing I wanted to emphasize that you
Okay.
mentioned now. It's about being able to balance selflessness, or let me use
Mm.
selfishness with compromise.
Compromise. Yeah.
Like marriage is sex is not about just pleasing yourself, what I want, also
Yeah.
what does your partner want.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be selfish to only consider your own
Yeah.
desire, but you should also be willing to make a compromise as
Yeah.
well. So if what I want is not what my partner wants,
Yeah.
I cannot insist on only what I want.
Yeah.
So we can, get to a middle ground. Okay, I don't want this, she wants this.
Yeah.
Can we do this instead? So like
Mm.
you guys will reach a compromise. So it's not about only like you said, it's not it
Yeah.
takes two people to have a beautiful sex, because there's
Mm.
beautiful sex and there is ugly
There is
sex.
sex.
Or what would I call it?
Just there.
Just there, like it wasn't great. It
Yeah,
was
just
just there.
there.
There'll be days. Also, before I even no. Let me align my thoughts. Okay, so there'll be beautiful sex and there'll be just there sex. So, but if both of you are able to communicate, you're not selfish to say no. It has to
Mm.
be what I want. I have to be the one enjoying everything.
Enjoying it. Yeah.
You'll be suffering the other person. You're being selfish and being greedy.
Mm.
No, so you should be also willing to make a compromise, and also know that it will not always be great.
No.
It will not always be. It's not every time you guys will have that aha moment where you feel,
Yeah.
oh, we had so much fun today. There'll be days when will be perfect. Like Pastor Major the same. There's
Mm.
beautiful sex and there's beautiful sex,
Mm.
especially for the woman. Sometimes you're not in the mood, but you cannot only say,
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood. Today you're not in the mood. Tomorrow you're not in the mood. Next tomorrow you're not in the
You
mood.
go and buy the mood.
You will push the man outside. Later you now say, okay,
Yeah.
the man should be able to control himself, but it is also a need for the man.
But
Like
that's not
Pastor
a
Esther
license.
said,
By the way, that's not a license to go out. But go
yeah,
on, go
yeah.
ahead.
But like Pastor Esther said,
Yeah.
sex is food to a man. Like it's
Yeah.
food. Like he desires it to eat, right? So
Yeah.
women cannot continue to say that you're not in the mood. So
Mm.
you have to perform that beautiful sex.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's where that one that I talked about.
Mm.
You're screaming, but it's not from me.
Okay.
so
Okay.
so you perform the beautiful one, and on the days of
We
your
listen, we
beauty,
don't judge.
yes, of course, you cannot judge. And then you have the beautiful one where
Yeah.
you're in the mood. Also, it works with the season of a woman's
Yes.
circle.
Yeah.
Women, there are some days, oh yeah,
That they want it
high up in
initiating
the
it there.
sky, yeah, high up in the sky. Like I
Yeah.
hope it's only married people that are watching this movie. I'm
Yeah.
watching this video, right? So there are some days when you know that you are there. Please give it to him. Let him enjoy you during that
Yeah.
period. So that the days you are moody, you're not in the mood. You will not like. He will look at the days when
Yeah.
you blew his mind, and he'll be like patient and considerate with
Yeah.
you. Because I think most men are always in the mood, right?
I think so.
It's
Yeah.
the way they are wired, right? So
Yeah.
women also try to like up your game. Don't say I'm not in the mood. I'm not
Mm.
in the mood. And if you know that you are stressed, like you always have things that stress you, try to reduce your stress level.
Stress, yeah.
Delegate some task. Give some to your husband. Some men love to help, but you feel that you're alpha the omega. That's why they're not helping you.
Yeah.
Ask for help. Say, I
Mm.
need support with this. So if he's able to take off some stress off you,
Yeah.
then you'll be available in the other room to
Yeah.
support him. So don't say, oh, we're not sexually compatible. What work have you put in
Mm.
to make you sexually
Yeah.
compatible?
It,
Sex is an art. It's,
yeah.
it's the more you do it, the more you get better at it. So
Yeah.
give yourself grace, believe in yourself.
Yeah. I would say I could say like in conclusion that it takes two people to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, forget about what you see in the TV shows and television telling you this is scream, shout, do this. I mean, you cannot have people's sex life. You can only have your own sex life.
Yeah.
Cannot have people's sex life. Whatever you say that you are not the one that experienced it, so you don't know what if it was actually
Real.
it's real or not. So you are the one to make your own sexual compatibility,
Yeah.
not people's, and not because the other one showed you this is how it was. Do you know if you're actually faking it?
Mm-hmm.
Just to, of course, the movies is always fake, of course we know, but I'm just saying. So don't forget about what your friend will come and tell you how she feels. She could actually try to make the husband look good or make the partner look good, and you're like, my partner is not trying. It's a lie. You never can tell. So whatever works for you, as in you guys should discuss it. Know what works, know what time works, know when to initiate, know when to try different things. But forget about what someone told you or what you've learned before. This is
Yeah.
now the person you've settled in with, your partner, your wife, your husband. Build it together.
Yeah, and if you are single aspiring to get married, stop overthinking it. Stop
Yeah,
thinking, will I ever be able to please my
yeah.
husband? Will I ever be able to please my wife? Will I ever be good enough? Will I
Mm.
ever just calm down?
Yeah. Someone
It's
asked a question. Sorry. Someone asked a question. How will I know if the thing is big enough? I'm like, what if you now test and it's not big enough? What would you do?
you
The
run
one
away.
that you now you run away to test another one that is big. And when it comes to being big as compared to what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think the human stuff is elastic, so it can fit into
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever size that the man has.
Yeah.
So it's not, don't overburden yourself, don't overthink it. That's why I said if you've been celibate, you've not had sex before, beautiful. Don't
Yeah.
think too much, just get married and enjoy your husband. But if you have been sexually active and you want to get married and you're worried
Yeah.
that, oh, this person might not please you, try to erase that memory. Forget about what have happened in your past and see your present as the only present that you have, and embrace it and love it.
Yeah. I
Because
think
the more you start thinking about the past, the more annoyed and
yeah.
resentful you become, and you want to go back to that past that can never be
Yeah.
your present. So why not focus on what
Yeah.
you have and enjoy what you
I
have
think
at
I'll say
present?
something. Maybe we can close there. Someone asked a question while I was serving. She said, how will I know if my husband is active? It was just a common question we asked on the group. And I answered the question very funny. I told her the best way to know if the man is active is whenever you're working with the man, you see the man putting his hands on his pocket.
Really?
Only men will relate.
I don't
So maybe you,
understand.
you hug the man or the man is talking to you and you see that his hands is always on the two hands are in the pockets. That man is active. If you know, you
I
know.
don't
Don't
understand.
worry.
Why can you not break
It's
it
a
down
code
for
for
me?
the brotherhood. So, guys, ladies have cracked good code for you. Just if you don't understand, that's fine. But whenever you see him talking to you and you see that the hands are always in the pocket, the
Mm,
man is active.
yeah.
Especially if it's someone that you are in love with, the man is
So
active.
why does he put his hand in his pocket?
Well, because the man is active.
Okay. Okay. I have nothing to
So,
say.
guys, so ladies, I've answered that question. Anytime if he's not putting his hand on his pocket, well, you may be thinking if he's not active, but if you begin to
And
see him,
what if there's no one size fits all? Maybe
I'm just saying, but it was just, but I think it's majority of the time that happens. Well, not always the case. I'm just saying. I mean, you see him, you hug him, or maybe he want to work with you, and he's trying to see always like put his hands on his pocket. Something is he may. I think it's an active man.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think what I would like to thank you for that. What I'd like to add to that is that if you're a child of God,
yeah,
you're praying to God for a
mm,
partner, you're in a relationship, keep trusting God and praying to God. God will give you the spirit of discernment.
yeah,
So if the man, especially it's expected that your
Yeah.
partner is open, is telling you
Open.
everything that
Yeah.
is happening. In case you maybe are worried you might marry an impotent man, you know, it's expected that they'll be open to you. But if they are not open, be praying to
Yeah.
God. God will help you discern whether they are real or they are fake, and He
Yeah.
will expose every every secret. So don't say, oh no, maybe he's not active, maybe he won't be able to perform, I won't be able to have children, and you're worried and you want to like go and ahead and
Mm.
test and and try all of those stuff.
Yeah.
Don't worry too much. Just pray to God and
Mhm.
ask the right questions, of course. But
Yeah.
if you are a true child of God, God will reveal every secret to you. Every
Yeah.
secret will be made open, and
Yeah.
He will help you avoid, you know, marrying a
Mhm.
disaster. I
Yeah.
think.
I think that we should close it. But to even say it, like, if you have any issue as a man, you would know. So why would you want to secretly hide things like that from someone
Yeah, it's
when you want,
possible.
when you, before you, after you get married out to the person? That's you wicked. I mean, you wicked
Yeah, there are
because
people who are wicked. What
yeah,
of those who are like who are homosexuals, who will hide under that guys and marry a just because they want the society
to accept
to
them.
accept them. They
Yeah,
marry, a female, and then the woman is suffering because that's not his sexual orientation.
orientation.
That
Yeah,
also happens, right? That's why I
yeah,
said pray. The spirit of discernment also
mm,
pray instead of trying to check is he active, is he like.
yeah,
Of course, there are ways you can know, right?
yeah,
But as long as you are praying to God, like
yeah,
God will help you discern whether
yeah.
he is or not. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
think I
that's it,
think
guys. Thank you, guys.
yeah. So sexual compatibility is not a
It's
mirage.
not a mirage. It's
It
real.
it
Yeah,
can be
but
built.
you create it yourself.
Yeah, sex is an art.
Yeah,
Just keep learning, keep learning. See, we've not even learned everything of
yeah.
remember that book that you shared with me?
I don't remember.
You know, remember
I
the
don't
book.
remember. I don't remember.
There's one book that he shared with me, right? That has plenty styles. We have not finished exploring those styles, right? So,
So,
so, so I'm just trying to say that there are several periods to learn,
yeah, you
right?
can always learn everything.
Yeah.
You can
So
always learn. Yeah,
don't worry too much. As long as you
yeah,
guys are teachable, you are ready to learn, you communicate, you are open to feedback, you initiate sex, you connect in other areas,
yeah.
you can become compatible. I think that's a summary of it
That's
all.
summary of everything,
Thank you
guys. Yeah.
guys. If you enjoyed our live today, please give us feedback. Let me see. Do we have any
I think you see with your
questions?
own. You may not
Okay, I
really
can't
see
see
much
here.
here. Yeah,
Sorry, if you have any questions, just drop that. I would respond to it
yeah.
in the comments
And thank
section.
you for celebrating our fourth anniversary with us.
Yeah. Do you like our outfits? Give us feedback. Do I look beautiful? I think I
Yeah.
do, even if you don't say that. I know I look beautiful.
All
Okay.
right, guys. Thank you very much,
Thank
and
you. Have a
bye.
good evening. Bye.